Hey everybody, welcome to the Blue Collar Beer Gentleman. I'm Chris and this is my channel, and I started this channel because I'm a fan of craft beer, but I'm on a limited budget and I wanted to show that it's possible to enjoy good quality beers without having to break the bank. And so the beers that I review on this channel usually come in around the $2 price range. And such is the case with today's selection. I paid $1.99 for the 12-ounce bottle of Dry Skies Brut IPA, a seasonal release from Brewing Company. On a real quick note, before I get into the beer and the beer itself, I just want to say here it is, the final review of 2019, and I appreciate everybody watching and commenting and subscribing. Hope to be doing a lot more in the coming year. January, just want to let you know, there won't be any IPAs. I was actually able to pull it off, and when I went to go get the January selection of beers, I discovered that, I had some difficulty finding beers that weren't IPAs, and I had some difficulty finding some that were in the $2 price range. So since I have sort of extended this from the $2 to $3 price range, I'm still within range. But you'll see. There's going to be a lot of brown ales. There's going to be porters. There's going to be stouts. There's a saison in there, but it's a selection that does not include IPAs. And while I've got nothing against IPAs, I also think it's about time for craft brewers to start expanding a little bit beyond that. So here we have, as I said, the Ninkasi Brewing Company's Dry Skies Brut IPA, which is a seasonal release. And let's kind of get that. There we go. That's finally coming in. It has a enjoy by date or best by date, but I cannot read it on the bottle. Has a 6.8 ABV. Typically, American IPAs come in between 5.5 and 7.5. Has 35 IBUs, which is actually kind of low. Typically, American IPAs come in between 40 and 70. Quick notes about the beer reviewing community. 0 of my friends have tried this beer so far. 2,293 of us on Untappd have given it a 3.64. Beer Advocate has only 17 rankings, giving it an 87 on their scale, which is very good. Here's the explanation of this beer. Dry Skies captures those fleeting clear days here in the Pacific Northwest. It's crisp with a spark of citrus hops, each popping bubble a celebration that lifts your spirit. There's nothing on the website about this beer much, and I'm wondering, a lot of times they'll use champagne yeast for these brut IPAs. I don't know whether they use that for this one or not. Um, One other quick note about this brewer. So far, I have had 14 beers from Ninkasi with an average score of 3.59. So I've been very fond of this Eugene, Oregon brewer. And so there you have it. There's all the ins and outs of that. And as I said, it is the final review of 2019, and I do appreciate everybody watching. So let's just finish up these IPAs and let's see if like I said, I know I'm doing a no IPA January. Let's see how many, if it's possible for me to do a no IPA February as well. Going to be using my Tenaya Creek IPA glass. One more quick shout out to the Creek. Go into Tenaya Creek on a Tuesday. Slap down $6. You're going to get a glass just like this. It's going to be full of house beer. You go over, you finish your beer, you go back, you show them, give them the glass, slap down $5. You're going to get a $5 refills. Take the glass home with you, wash it, bring it back next Tuesday, more $5 refills. As long as you can keep your glass in one piece, you get $5 refills at the Creek on Tuesdays. So, can't beat that deal with a stick. All right, going to be using there we go, Venezia bottle opener my man Tony picked up for me in Venice when he was there. Because this was at the back of the fridge, I'm going to open this over here to ensure that we don't end up with a calamity of foam getting on the keyboard. All right, we did not. That is good. Let's get to pouring. And looks like what you're seeing on the camera is very close to the actual color of this beer. I am going to describe that as high carbonation, as well it should be. I mean, it's a brut. Bruts are supposed to have high carbonation, a little bit hazy. Okay, now that the camera's coming into focus, you're seeing about maybe one shade darker than the actual color of this beer. The head, as you can see, is substantial. Does not seem to be popping very quickly. I mean, yeah, bubbles are going, but it's there with some resilience. Gonna give this a quick beard wipe, see what I come across. Citrus, more than anything. Didn't really smell so much even hops. Let me put my schnoz directly in and see what I can come up with. Okay, now I'm getting the hops, but getting very citrusy, getting like orange and grapefruit. Smells like citrus peels, actually. Very, very citrus bouquet. All right. So we've discussed the color, we've discussed the carbonation, we've discussed the bouquet. Let's get to drinking. Cheers. Well, it certainly has a dry finish. It very, very much does have a dry finish. Um, as I said, it has only 35 IBUs. Typically, American IPAs come in between 40 and 70. So this is on the low end, and it's not like it is not strong in hop bitterness by any stretch of the imagination. Interesting because it's simultaneously refreshing and at the same time has a dry aftertaste. Um, really doesn't taste much like like an IPA to me. It's a good beer. I like it. I'm probably going to give it a. I think I'll give it a 3.75. It's not going to get the well. Actually, I think I deserve. There's a 3.5. Probably be giving this a 3.5. It's okay. It's not great. It's not what you'd expect from an IPA. I gotta admit, I don't have a whole lot of experience drinking brute IPAs, so I don't know whether that champagne yeast tempers the hop bitterness or not. I'm really not sure. I'm if somebody who is better schooled in brute IPAs wants to make a comment and school me on it, tell me, that I'm a fool for looking for hoppy bitterness in a brute IPA, then great. Like let's by all means let's spread the word and let's get educated. But it's funny. The more of this I drink, the lower the score gets. I'm actually thinking 3.25 might actually be plenty for this. As I said, you can't even get any information about it on the brewer's link. It's well, anyway, it's okay. I'm sorry that I'm actually closing out closing out the year with this, but there it is again, the Dry Skies Brute IPA. And otherwise, I've been very happy with the beers that I've gotten from Ninkasi. They are a good brewer, and I like their stuff. Well, guys, as I said, it's the final review of 2019, and I appreciate everybody. And until next time, drink good beer and see you next year. Don't break that bank drinking good beer. Cheers.